God damn. that creeped me out right there. I'm trying to make it a little bit more like, a little trailer before the show starts now, so instead of being boring and stuff, but creep me out with that music. uh Money Mendez, you're the new cash for tonight. What's up, man?
Wow. I didn't realize
Don't
I
say
had
it, don't say it, don't say
such
it.
big shoes to fill. No,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
gonna insult the man on his anniversary. You hate to see it. Yeah, glad you let me join. Um, I love doing the movie reviews, so appreciate you letting me be here.
I don't know why you say I let you or I allow you. It's like everyone's always welcome, man.
Hey
I
man,
always feel bad.
you never know. You know.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining in, man. Piggy, how about you, man? How you been?
I'm well. What's happening, fellas? Happy to be back. What's up, Money Mendez? I think we need to find a way still to force Cab onto the panel with us because I'm still angry from a couple weeks. But other than that, hey, I'm just glad to be here, ready to get it going.
Just in case you don't know, Money, Cap's a guy that recommended a movie all of us had trouble going through with.
What movie?
He's one for one though, or one for one for.
Yeah,
Sorry,
What movie?
The Wailing is
The
what it's
Wailing.
called.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a
I don't think I've
Korean
ever
horror
seen it.
movie.
I would have loved to have seen Eddie's reaction to that.
Yeah.
No. What if I would have liked it?
I doubt it.
Impossible.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was
we,
4 to 4. Yeah.
we both said impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how about you, Terry? How's your day been?
It was great. I took the day off because my kid had something at school. I had to be here to receive a new dryer. So, but yeah, well rested. Just watched this movie last night. So,
Oh, perfect. Okay. Cool. And I guess I always do this in case people haven't watched it, like spoilers ahead. Freaking, I don't know why I got to say it all the time, but I'm just doing it for respect. But yeah, so do you guys remember the first time you guys watched this? Was it when you were like way younger or when it came out, or was it like way later after the movie came out, or?
I saw it opening weekend, and then this was my first time watching it again since opening weekend in the theaters. I think that was like 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time, and up until today, the last time that I watched it.
I couldn't believe that it was 2001 that it came out because it feels like a 90s movie.
It
So,
does, right?
Yeah, but I guess it's early 2000s, but I definitely thought 90s, but I definitely didn't see it in theater. I don't remember the first time I watched it because this is one of those ones where I actually saw the sequel first. I think I saw 2 in theater, and then I went back and watched 1 because I liked 2 so much. So I don't remember. I just watched it randomly at some point, but I watched it again Monday or Tuesday. So
Oh, perfect. Okay. I remember when it came out too, Piggy. Like when it came out, like it was Halloween came out, a bunch of other scary movies came out, and I was like, what's this about? Like a scarecrow? Like the trailers were like kind of weird. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those weird movies. But when I went to go see it, I was like, this is an original movie, man. This is crazy. I went back to school or whatever, told my friends about it. They're like, that shit's whack.
So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it when I first. So back then, I was a little different, and I used to drink and all types of other stuff. So if I didn't like it when I had like, I don't even know if they still like make a lot of 40 ounces, but I used to drink like 40. I used to drink 40s of beer.
I don't think they can handle 40s anymore. They don't.
Yeah. Lightweight.
And after like 2 or 3 40s and watching it at the drive-in, I still didn't enjoy it. And I was like, what happened here? I thought it was gonna be like Pumpkinhead when it first came out. But as you stated, it was an original film. And come to find out, do you know that that's based on not the actual monster, but the killings and stuff? Again, second week in a row, it was based on actual events.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we'll get into it in a little bit, but yeah, enough spoilers. I guess Piggy, if you want to lead this one, like what the whole synopsis and all that stuff is, or anybody
Sure.
else? Yeah.
If so, okay. So, all right. So the movie opens up, and you have these. They're like teenage college students, and they're headed home for spring break. I think their name are Derry and Trish.
Yep.
So as they're driving home, there's like this little rusty truck that's kind of tailgating them. So yep, that's the truck. So it's getting closer and closer, but then it kind of goes around them. So fast forward, they see this truck by an abandoned church, and it looks like he's dumping like bloody corpses wrapped in sheets down this pipe. So they keep going, and all right, forgive me because it's just really rough because I can't stand these kids, man.
They should. They should have kept going.
Yeah.
Right, they should have kept going. And Derry goes, "Hey, let's go back." Okay, so they go back. They look at the pipe where the truck. Yep, that's the pipe, the tube where he was dumping the bodies. And he goes, "Let's see what's in there." So he's crawling down. Trish is holding him by his feet, and she drops him. When he gets down there, he sees that the wall, the ceilings, everything, they're covered in bodies that the killer has sewn there. And there's a dude laying there that had just been like stitched up and he was half dead or whatever. So Derry finds his way out. Him and Trish take off. They take off. They go to a diner. They get to the diner, and this lady calls them, and she's like, "You're gonna be next. You shouldn't have saw the monster." And she starts playing Jeepers Creepers and telling them one of them's gonna die horribly. And they hang up on her and totally blow her off after everything they just saw. They tell the cops. The cops are uninterested, but they give them an escort out. So that's the monster on top of the truck driver on top of the car. He pulls out this like medieval Viking type of battle axe and beheads the cop. He kills both cops actually, and then he's after them. Yep, that's one of the cop heads. So they make it to like this old cat lady's house, and I think literally when the movie went off, they credited her as Cat Lady. That's her.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, yeah, they like literally called her Cat Lady. So they're asking her to call the cops, and she sees the monster out in the yard, and he comes and kills her. So he comes out like he's out in the street, and they run him over. They run him over about 5 times, and then wings burst out of his. I actually like this part. That was my part when the wings burst out of his trench coat, and he starts going after them. They get to the police station, and the lady that called to warn them comes in, and she turns out to be the Oracle from the Matrix.
Yeah.
So I guess her psychic energies carried over to help these kids out. So she tells them that one of them is going to die a horrific death, and she's looking at Trish. The monster gets to the police station. He kills the powers. I mean the power to the station. He's injured. So let me rewind. The psychic told them that he was an ancient monster known as the Creeper, and he rises up every 23 years, and he has 23 days that he feeds off of human bodies, and he makes these. He uses them to like regenerate himself. So when he gets into the police station, he's eating like cops and prisoners to kind of regenerate himself. A whole bunch of cops come to confront him. He killed a bunch of them. He gets Trish and Derry in a room, and he knocks Trish out the way and grabs Derry. Trish tries to kind of negotiate with him. He ignores her negotiation. He flies out of the police precinct. He had the opportunity to kill the Oracle. He didn't kill her. She goes home. I don't know what she does. Just regretfully goes home. The parents finally get there and pick Trish up. They're headed home. And then you see that at the monster's lair, he's taking Derry's peepers. Like you see the back of Derry's head and the eyes are missing. And the credits roll. So that's the synopsis.
Wow.
That was perfect. Yeah, basically the whole movie right there in a quick clip. But honestly, man, from beginning to end, when I first watched it, I remember I was like, man, this is gonna go crazy, crazy, crazy. Justin Long has always been like one of the best actors out there that goes under the bus all the time, especially when this is gonna be stupid, but especially the movie where Zach and Miri make a porno, like he plays that part.
Amazing.
Yeah, he steals the movie, man. Like I think he steals the movie. It's only like the first 10 minutes, but Justin Long has always been one of my favorite characters or actors.
Brandon St. Randy.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's most known for?
Um,
The role that he is most known for.
Dodgeball?
Nope. He voiced Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks 4
Oh.
times, and that's his most notable quote unquote role. And
Oh,
he-
I never knew that.
Yep, and he married Kate Bosworth.
I knew that, because he has a podcast out. If you guys listen to podcasts where he interviews different people, a lot of celebrities. But I think that's where I found out he was married to Kate Bosworth, and I was like, damn, he's not a bad looking guy, but Kate Bosworth, I was like, God damn.
Well, I think they bonded because both of them were they did a lot of work on the Bernie Sanders campaign in 2016 and 2020. So they probably, I don't know if they bonded over politics or their activism, but
I like him a lot too. I like most movies he's in. He looks a lot like my uncle. So, especially when my uncle was young, he had long hair like that. So it's almost identical to my uncle, just my uncle's darker, obviously. But my uncle's also gay, so I always send him clips from Zach and Miri Make a Porno of that.
Oh, you do?
When he's in
That's
that
the
movie.
best.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious.
I've never saw that movie.
Dude, you gotta watch
You
that
have to
movie,
watch
man.
it. Yeah.
It's also a Kevin Smith film.
I did
Oh, wow.
not know that. I would have thought Seth had something to do with it. I would have thought he.
MacFarlane?
Seth
Rogen's in it.
yeah, Rogan.
Very quick, G Vega says, I was living in a broken down Winnebago out in the yard one night and decided to watch this movie. Terribly scary when just surrounded by woods. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend.
I don't know why you would want like
in a Winnebago.
Oh yeah, take your time, Cash, no problem, man. Yeah, the gay porn star at the beginning of Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
Yeah.
Man, y'all were on me last week for saying that word, and now it's been said like
I know.
alternative lifestyles.
Alternative lifestyle, that's what we call it. Yep, my bad.
Hey, casual got monetized. He can pay those fines. We can say as much as we want. So yeah. So what was really scary about this, because I never kind of found the movie scary, but the director, like, do you guys know that the director? Yeah, he went to jail and everything.
I didn't know if you guys were going to talk about it, so I didn't.
Yeah, I'll just say it in code. He was doing some inappropriate things with a young man that had yet to reach his teenage years. And
oh really? I didn't know that.
Look at Steve like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
I did it.
I didn't know that. Like, yeah. I thought it. One thing I found out, because I looked this up after watching it, I thought that happened after this, but no, that was like years before.
Yeah,
this movie.
before. And then the studio didn't want to cast Long in the role as Derry, so the director, he went Victor Silva. He went and got Martin Scorsese, and they kind of to like use his weight with the studio to force them to put this dude in the role, because they wouldn't hire him for nothing. They did not want him anywhere near the movie. So
wow.
He threatened to walk, and they were like, we're still not going to do it. So he got Martin Scorsese to like put in a good word and get that guy to part.
Oh, I never knew that, man. I'll put more jokes in there, but we'll do that backstage.
Wow. So the reason I found out this was 2001 because it opens up. Well, we're in the car. They're in the car, right? And they're talking about random stuff, and then she mentions who's it? Darla and Carl or Ken or some shit. She mentions the murder that happened right years ago between two high school graduate couples or whatever. And she says back in 78. So then I thought, okay, it was 23 years past 78, and I was like, 2001. There's no way that this is 2001. So I look it up, and it was 2001. I was like, oh dang. So that was like the first hint at the 23-year thing, which I don't know if they ever go in depth on why it's that amount of time, like 23 years for 23 days. That's just what it is. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I was looking up other videos on it. Like, why is it 23 years? It's just 23 years. It's like there's no origin story yet for this guy, other than like he's been alive for more than like 400 years, I think, or something like that.
So
that's an occult number. Just like there's a whole movie called 2023 where it's about room number 23. Then there's a movie about floor number 23. So it's just one of those occult type numbers. I was in shock because after this, the movie made $10 million, which is good because the budget was only like a couple $1 million. And of course, they made part 2, part 3, and then there was even a Jeepers Creepers Reborn last year.
Did you guys read that? They did 23 years because they knew CMP would be reviewing it in 2023.
Wow. That made me think.
The Oracle mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
That made me think they could do a movie in 2024 because that would be 23 years after this one, and that could be like, I don't know, maybe they get Trish back and like she has kids and now she's the old cat lady or something.
What?
How was he back in the second one then?
She was in the third one. Yeah.
I don't know if I saw the third one. I gotta go back and I know I seen this in 2 for sure, but.
And then they did Reborn last year, so I'm pretty sure and I don't think that made any money.
No.
So I doubt they'll do one next year.
What else did I notice when they were in the car? How Piggy said these kids pissed him off when he's behind them, when he first comes up behind them and they're in the car and they're like, just go around. I'm like, why the fuck don't you guys pull to the side and slow down? Like, why are you like swerving and freaking out? Like, just pull off the road and start slowing down. This fool go around you. Like, I was annoyed as hell with his driving, dude.
Oh my God, what's even worse? And I just thought about this when you said this, money. So when he came out of the tube and he ran to the car, he was telling Trish, drive. He was screaming and everything, like, drive. So she takes off 80 miles an hour. And then the next scene, he's like, slow down. And I'm like, dude, you literally just told her to like push it to push the pedal to the metal, and then you're telling her to slow down. There's bodies all over the place. Why would she slow down? And then why would you have her speed up only to say, let's go back? There's no way. So at that point, they need to die.
Yeah, they need to die. Yes. Yeah, it's over for you guys, man.
So we have a movie chat, right? Our horror movie chat for this thing, and it's funny because I think it was Terry that was like, there were so many parts where like, what were you saying, Terry?
This movie is like the definition. I mean, it's 2023. I know it probably wasn't this way back then, but it's like, dude, mind your fucking business.
It was that way back then. It was, Terry. That's what makes it so bad.
I mean, like when they drove by the church, like, no, don't go back. This pipe shit should have never happened. And then when he got out of the pipe and they drive away, don't stop at the diner. Fucking go home.
Just keep going. Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
And I don't know. I never any development for these two. Like I'm like Piggy. I actually said that like to my wife. I hope they both die. And she's like, "You're so dark." And then 2 minutes later, Piggy says it in the chat. I don't know. I mean, it's of its time, but it's like, yeah, y'all are stupid.
It's funny
I feel like
because
this would happen in real life. I mean, it couldn't, right?
well, in the movie,
Sadly-
it's funny because in the movie she even mentions like this is how
Yeah.
bad things happen in movies. Like why are we?
Yes.
It's like
It was oh, and since I just thought about this, since we said that the only good thing about the Wailing was the cinematography, I hated some of the cinematography on this because, like, okay, so there's one scene when they were, was it when they were in the police station? But when they came out, he had been to their car and he had like opened the car door, torn the doors off. He had smelled their clothes and everything. But whenever they want something to shock you, they do this thing where it's like a triple close up, where it's like dun dun dun, and they did that like 3 or 4 times, and it's like we get it, we see it, like
yeah, it's
Yeah.
It definitely felt like an 80s movie.
That's why I couldn't believe it was 2001. I was like, that's crazy. One thing that I didn't love about it was he looks much more eerie and like sinister when he's clothed. But when you see him like in the precinct and he's eating the cop and he's like all naked, I'm like, this dude looks like a shriveled up Yoda, kind of like with some weak wings. Like it when his wing pops out after they run him over, this fool's got like 30-foot width wingspan, and then in the precinct he's got little chicken wings behind his back. I'm like, what the what like that? I'm like, what the is this? You know, like
he just got out of cold water. So
oh,
yeah.
dang.
shriveled
Oh,
up
man.
nutsack right there.
Jeez.
He had shrinkage.
I saw somewhere that's Justin Long right there, dressed up as the creeper.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. So after he, after he took Derry's eyes, so of course now he has Derry's eyes. Instead of them giving like the regular actor that had been playing the monster contacts to look like Derry's eyes, they just dressed Derry up in the creeper costume. And I'm like, what was easier? Wouldn't it have been easier instead of retrofitting this costume to just get this dude a pair of contacts to look like Derry's eyes?
2001.
That's kind of funny.
No, it's no excuse.
That's
And-
kind of funny to have, or what King said, because he does have those vibes when he's back here sewing up the bodies and stuff. He has the Buffalo Bill vibes.
I thought the creeper was going to be dancing like Buffalo Bill.
So something else, because I always try and research the movie to see if there's any like trivia or stuff happening. And they specifically, so they rewrote the third act of the movie because they ran out of budget. And this is the second movie where budget constraints had come up. And initially also the part where when they were running him over, when they got in the car, the dude did like these like gymnastic backflips backwards and forwards over the car or whatever. All of that was written in last minute because they ran out of budget for whatever the original ending was going to be. And maybe I don't know, maybe if someone knows the information about what the initial ending was supposed to be, but they totally, something happened, I'm not sure, and they gutted the budget from this movie, like after they had already gotten a bunch of money to start production. And the second thing was the actor, they wrote this, they even had the costume made specifically for this one actor to play him. And when the actor saw the script after they changed it from the original, he backed out of the movie. So the guy that we have as Jeepers Creepers now, he was like the second choice.
Dang. Yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Makes a lot of sense though, because I wonder if it would have been a little bit better if they had used the original backstory. I bet you it would have made more sense. Because I feel like the movie shifts after he gets out of the pipe and they go to the diner. It feels like a completely different movie almost.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, it might have been somewhat interesting and maybe a little bit creepy, and then after the diner, that's when it feels like super goofy to me.
Yeah.
One of you sing this song.
Jeepers.
I don't know. Like I honestly, yeah, I see it now. It's divided up in two movies, just because like Money was saying, like the beginning up to like the pipe and everything. It just like builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up, and here it's like I feel like they. This is like I saw behind the scenes pictures. Like this is a whole like set right here. It's like it's not CGI or anything. Someone actually constructed this whole thing, like a big ass warehouse full of bodies and stuff. So I was like, I thought that's where all the money went. But the money progresses. I mean, the movie progresses and everything, and then from right here is when it like kind of goes downhill for me.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
that's
see-
around the time where he was doing the flips on the car or whatever, and that's when
Yeah,
they're saying like he wrote all of that stuff last minute just to like get the movie finished, because whatever he had planned, like the original actors loved it, he loved it, and something happened with the studio, and they were like they were gonna shut the movie down, and then they were like they yanked almost all of his budget.
King Banana says, I heard the ending was supposed to be Trish getting killed, but the actors got too freaked out to play in that scene at the end.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I don't know. Like
that
I
makes
really like.
sense. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that makes sense, because when they were talking to the Oracle at the police station, and they were like, "Well, which one of us is gonna die?" She looked at Trish. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. That's why I got confused. Because she looks at her, and I'm like, but I know he's the one that dies, so why does she?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
they
I
were
was
just
like,
trying to throw you off, maybe.
I think it was that pesky budget again.
Did did you guys notice right here when he looks at the board, like the missing persons board? That kid that he saw was on there, like a flyer for that kid that he saw with the sewed up chest was on the board,
yeah,
and the kid's
yeah.
name is like. He has like a crazy freaking name. It's like Eagle Midnight Wolf. I was like, what the hell kind of name is this, dude?
Did you see who else was on that board?
I saw it, but I didn't know who it was. I
So-
did see someone else.
Remember, she said every 23 years, and there
Yeah.
was a picture of a couple that had been missing from
Oh.
1978.
So it was the one on
Yep.
the wall.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You know, since I got to watch this again, like I didn't understand how Justin Long got out of that whole pipe situation, but I finally, saw the scene. I guess I must have looked away for that scene or something. But there's like a staircase. There's a door and there's a staircase going upstairs. I was like, for like 20 years I've seen this movie. I was like, how the hell did it get out
Yeah.
of?
I don't think I saw that
But
either.
Yeah, that one scene I missed for like
If
2
you-
seconds.
If you blink, you miss it.
Yeah, that's how fast it goes. But honestly, man, like I think it still lives up. Like if someone has never seen this movie or like missed out on this movie, whatever, like the freaking truck kills it too, man. The honking, the angles of the camera, like pushing and everything. I was like, man, this. I've seen like horrible drivers in around my area, and I was like, I see these guys every time.
Oh man, come down here to Metro Atlanta. That's true horror. Traffic here, that's true horror.
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys wanted to bring up before we get to the score and final thoughts on this thing?
Have you guys seen 2? And well, I don't know if I saw 3, but
I like-
have you guys all at least seen 2?
Is that
I've
the one
seen
with the
two.
school bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that scene. I like the school bus scene.
I think
It
I
was
like
the-
2 more than I like this one.
It was the only one. It's the only one that I'd seen, and I haven't seen it in forever. I couldn't
Yeah, I
tell you
think-
anything about it.
I haven't seen 2 in a long time, but I remember liking it more than this one because I feel like he's a little more intimidating in that one.
Oh, really quick. What do you guys think of his weapons? Like, do you guys think like I think he makes his own weapons, but it's like I was watching on what's it called a review that some of his weapons have like magic
in it.
abilities or something.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that.
Well, they didn't
yeah,
really explore that in this one, then.
yeah, they didn't. Yeah, but I guess
I just remember the medieval battle axe that he pulled
Yeah.
out.
Well,
he
when-
went
That's
to
all
the
I remember.
top.
When they run him over and he flies up, there's 2 knives that fall onto the car, but they never really explain them or show them again.
It's that budget, Terry.
Because in 2 he has like ninja stars and all kinds of stuff, and they have like human pieces in them, and so they're like made from human pieces. But I only remember the axe in this one.
I mean, they never really explained in this one too. Like, what's the significance of him keeping everybody petrified?
Oh, so I think the Oracle said when she called or when she talked to them in the police station, he smells the fear in them and he thrives off of fear, and I think that's how he hunts them down or is attracted to them. He smells the fear.
I saw
Well,
somewhere
sure.
that he tries to depict a picture or a painting he saw a long time ago, so that's why he recreates the scene like this.
Okay.
That's what I saw, but like, I don't know why. Like 23 years, I wouldn't waste my time if I was only awake for like 4 weeks. I wouldn't waste my time putting these things all over the wall or petrifying them or whatever.
Anybody else think like,
Well, it's
damn,
probably
that
hundreds
girl
of years.
had some big old titties? Nobody else.
Oh man, I saw that all day, man. No, I was like, oh man. Like,
Nobody else was looking at the couple like, God damn.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they were stinking by this point, so
Oh, damn.
Petrified. They were preserved. Yeah,
preserve.
they still got to be dusted if he's gonna be asleep for 2 decades.
They were probably rock hard.
Wow.
What about the girl? Did you guys like the girl? I love the girl in this movie. She was great in this whole thing.
She's pretty good.
She can't drive.
She can't try. Yeah, wow.
It's supposed to be her car, and she did not know how to put it in gear.
Oh yeah, right.
My only opinion on both of them is that they were too stupid to live, and they should have been killed immediately when they went in the pipe.
I don't know how you drive by and see the dude throwing bodies in there and think, yeah, let's go check that out.
And then go back. And then don't keep driving. Like, how can you not keep driving home? Like, my next stop would have been pulling in my driveway, and I would have told my parents, or we would have called the police from there.
I don't know. I don't even know if I would have called the cops. Just, like I said, mind your own business.
I mean,
I
everyone
would call it anonymously because I can't even go back to show you.
I feel like everyone they run into too, like they get them killed.
Yeah,
the lady got killed, the police officers all got killed, and everybody they run into. I did like the end. The end was like very, very creepy. I remember leaving the theater, like going like, man, Justin Long got killed. He got massacred. You hear him yelling at the end. I was like, man, this is crazy. And then I really like that end.
My favorite part about the end was the credits when they billed that lady as Crazy Cat Lady.
Well, I need to rewatch that. Yeah. But yeah, let's get into the scores and final thoughts. Money, what'd you think of this movie? What would you score? Would you recommend it and stuff?
I'd recommend it as a classic. I don't know if I'd say like it's one of the best ones, but it's definitely like it is like a classic to me. So, but I'd give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe. I'm also not a huge horror guy, so it's not like there are horror films I love more than this. It's nostalgic to me. But yeah, 6 out of 10. And yeah, I'd say watch 2 first, honestly, because I don't feel like you need to see this one. Well, I guess at the beginning of 2, it shows Justin or Derry like with no eyes, so you wouldn't know that. But I mean, I feel like they explain kind of everything in 2 before he comes around, so I would say 2's a lot funner for me.
Are you saying skip it then, Money?
Nah, you can go back. Like if you need to go back, I don't know if I'd say skip it, but you can go back. Move this man. You hate to see.
It's all good, man.
King Banana brought up a point. I'm sorry. He said part 1 and 2 are in the same night. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, how the hell is he already back?
Yep.
They're in the same night? What's that mean? Like the same?
It takes place like that's why Derry was still like hanging there at part 2 because it's still the same. It's still the same day.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. How about you, Piggy? What's your final thoughts on this? What's your score on it?
So I would say it's worth a watch. as long as you can watch it for free, like I wouldn't pay to stream it. But for for a free watch, it's worth a watch. If you're someone that grew up in this time frame and you saw it then as a child, then you would probably connect with the nostalgia to maybe revisit those feelings to watch it again. So it's definitely a good watch for people that fall into that category. Um, I think I hadn't watched it since it first came out 20 something years ago, and I probably wouldn't have again if it wouldn't have been the pick for this week. But I would give it a C. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't. I don't think there were any scary moments or jump moments, but there was some dope scenes. Like I like when the wings burst out, and I like when he decapitated the cop with the medieval battle axe. So there's some pretty dope moments in it. So it's worth a free watch, and I would definitely give it a C.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Terry? What'd you think?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, I wouldn't watch it unless it's free. Like, I don't know if it's because I have premium or if it's actually free on YouTube, but that's where I watched it, on YouTube for free.
That's what I watched. Yeah.
And I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, one of the best things is that the runtime is in the 80s, so it's a quick watch. But I mean, again, I just keep going back to, man, just this whole movie was avoidable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I think C. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, seeing it and talking to you guys, I'm definitely interested to see in the second one a little bit. But I don't know. It definitely feels classic, and it's something different than the usual.
Yeah, so for me, I'd give it like a B plus, just because like how original it was when it first came out, and also like up to the second act of the movie, it had me like freaking interested like crazy. Like I'm like, what's this guy gonna be? Like what's gonna happen to these dumbass kids? And the ending better be epic or something. But as far as like them being, they could have avoided this whole thing. I always fall back. It's a movie, The movie would have been over in 12 minutes if they could have avoided everything.
They could at least got a flat.
Yeah.
They could have got a flat tire to where
flat,
maybe they were forced to be there. They wanted to be there.
Yeah, I mean, the truck scares him that first time. It goes around him. I'm like, okay, that's it. Go home.
I think Justin Long's and his sister's Trisha's performance saved this movie for me. Justin Long freaks out. He's always in a bunch of good horror movies, and the way he freaks out is always a plus for me. And at the end, when she's like begging the creeper to like trade him for her, I was like, for a good minute, I was like, he's going to trade them, but then like he just flies away. But yeah, a B for me. B for me.
Let me ask a quick question, Casual. You said you like the originality, but doesn't it remind you of like if you ever saw Mothman Prophecies or like some of the Jersey Devil movies?
Yeah,
It's almost like in that same vein or same like Jersey Devil genre. Did any of you did the rest of you guys pick up on that, or have you saw those movies?
Mothman Prophecies is great. Yeah. I've seen that one.
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen Mothman in a long time. I haven't seen the other one though.
You could compare it to that definitely. But yeah, so it's B, C, C, C. So I would recommend it, to be honest. Like if you haven't seen it before, like Terry said, it's free. I watched it on YouTube too. I also have the Blu-ray, but freaking couldn't find it. But yeah. So the thing is, like, our guy Cash is supposed to pick the next movie, but does anybody want to pick, or you guys want to wait till Cash picks?
I think maybe we should wait till Cash picks,
Okay.
unless it's something that you gentlemen are ready for us to watch.
Who picked this one?
Steve.
See, I told you.
Oh,
Steve picked this one.
this is what I want to say before we leave. You know who helped this movie? Cap helped this movie, because I probably would have given it a D or an F. Well, probably a D. But after seeing the wailing, the bar is like lowered, so it made it better. So now it's like a C. Yeah.
Anything that's gonna be better than the wailing, man.
I want to watch this.
We all need to bill him for the 3 hours of our life.
No, We'll tell you right now. We took like 4 of us are telling you right now. Don't watch the movie.
Cash didn't even watch it.
You know it's got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, right?
I don't know how.
Because the same people keep logging in, giving.
Just watch all Casual Nerd Problems reviews. That's all you gotta watch.
No, hey, we warned you. We warned you. Go fucking watch it.
Don't.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Good point. What's up, Cash?
Hey. What's up, guys? What's up?
What's happening, sir?
So what we watching next?
Cav is always here, huh?
No. Before you pick your next movie, man, what's your thoughts on this movie?
I think it came out around that borderline time where like classic movies stopped being made. You know what I mean? It was like one of those last tier movies. Great movie, great cast. I don't think there's much more that they could have done with the movie. However, as we were talking about, in the chat, like it is one of those movies that completely could have been avoided, like from the get go. It's started off with road rage, and from there it's kind of like, oh, flick the person off, F you, whatever, and it goes away. But who's the guy? Justin Long, is that the actor?
Yep.
Yeah, he's driving by, I think, and he sees it, like, yo, did you see that or something like that? And obviously you got this crazy dude. So, yeah, mind your business. Exactly. But overall, I really liked the movie. I remember my very first time seeing this. I was in the back, like the den area, and then like that, that creepy song comes on, the creeper song, and it's just like, as a kid, that was a little creepy, man, a little creepy.
Awesome.
We're no longer accepting chat recommendations.
Oh boy.
That way we have a finger to point,
Unless come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you guys
yeah.
come on to discuss and defend your choice.
That's a good, yeah. But it's actually, it's definitely Cash's turn. Cash, it's definitely your turn this week.
Okay, well, since I'm not allowed to do 30 Days a Night, apparently.
Do what you want.
No. I'm gonna do Muck.
What's it called?
That's a Pokemon, bro. What the hell?
Oh wow! Shout out to Grimer. Muck though.
What's it called?
Gotta catch them all. It's called Muck, M-U-C-K. It's essentially a horror movie about like murderers and stuff like that. And
Are they all?
Yeah. 2015. 2.7 out of 10. So we are going to pass on this movie.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Hold on. Okay, I don't know. Bought this.
2 of the first pictures are titties, so I think we
are they really?
give it a shot.
Oh, thank God I didn't. You can pull that up.
Hey man, I've had this Blu-ray for about 7 years, and I've legitimately never unwrapped it, so I have no clue.
Oh, so you never even seen it?
Never seen it. But I was going through my like horror collection. I'm like, what do I have I've never seen, but that you could stream on like Tubi or something like that for free? And my recommendation is either this or 30 Days a Night. I'm cool with either or. Or
let's
actually,
let's do this. Let's do Muck. Yeah.
Dang, 30 Days of Night. Is that bad?
It wasn't bad. It was just.
Bro, look at the cast of this and tell me you don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah, let's watch Muck.
There's like 8 hot girls in this movie, and like
I know, I saw that too, and I was like, there's gonna be a lot of
I know.
Money said that there are milk bags galore in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my.
Hold on, I'm gonna go off screen and then see if there's some titties. Wow, yeah, there's a ton. There's like a lot of.
Where's
milk bags galore?
Where's the rating?
This girl's like half nude through like the whole movie, basically.
It's rated 42 double D.
Jeez.
Good movie.
Yeah, I like this pick.
So you good with that, Cash? You want to watch that?
Yeah. Another recommendation that I have would be River Wild. So any of these three, I'm cool with. River Wild is on Netflix, by the way.
We should make a decision.
Yeah. You got 3 movies, Cat. I mean, I'm sorry, Cash. Like, which one do you want?
Does everybody even have Tubi to even watch that? I think it's a free
It's free
app.
for everybody. Yeah, it's free for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm cool with Muck then.
Muck.
Muck
Yeah.
it is. Muck, yeah.
I'm going to like when I make the thumbnail, it's gonna be her ass or something.
Oh,
Just
God.
because, like, literally all the pictures of her is of her ass. Like, I don't know if I'm pulling up the right thing, but it's all good. Cool. All right, man. So glad you guys stopped by. I really am. So next week will be the last week for me. Like after next week, I will be out of the country. So I don't know if you guys still. I guess we could talk about it next week too.
He's going
but,
to get that BBL, y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
Make sure you take your cock shirt.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
If you know, you know.
Oh Lord.
Fat Tie Kid says, if you guys have the time, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a fun one. I don't think I've heard of that.
I remember that. Was that Larry the Cable Guy or something like that?
I have no idea.
We no longer accept chat recommendations.
We should have a video for that. Money
Wow,
Man.
Y'all gonna be begging for the Welling by next week after Muck.
Oh, hopefully not.
It's already better than the Wayland, and we just saw the pictures. It's-
Exactly. What's the runtime? 90 minutes. There you go.
boom, better than the Wayland.
Money, you're always invited too. If you want to join next week, it's on Thursdays and it's like same time.
Yeah. If anytime I can join, I will. Because like I said, I like doing the movie reviews with you guys. So
Okay.
they're fun with me.
Awesome.
Plus, I want an excuse to watch this movie because I was looking up trivia and one of the girls was in Playboy, so I'm gonna watch this movie.
He's like, hey, this is for research purposes
Yeah,
only.
I know.
Literally, we have a stream.
One of the pictures, there was like seven different Playboy bunnies.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
I think Cash picked a good one.
Dude, why is this still wrapped up on your shelf? That's
Hey, man.
Because he's waiting for a chance when he's home alone. No one ever leaves it damn.
4-star
Wow.
on Amazon.
It's not rated at all. It's like not rated R, rated M. It has no rating. That's crazy.
That's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this movie, but all the freaking like pictures on Google are interesting. So
Yeah.
You got to turn off your safe search.
yeah, that's why I definitely have that off. So that's why I'm looking. But yeah, you guys, thanks for joining again. We will have one more episode next week, and if somebody else wants to carry it on from there, like no problem. But you guys have a great night. Thank you guys again, and peace. Let's play the
See
video.
ya.
Let's play the video.
Come, rich, biatch!